recently been like playing with texture a lot and kind of just like figuring out different variations and different impacts that you can make on the glass. And I legitimately call this sheep texture, because what else would I call it? So this is what's called an annealing flame. It's kind of like, it keeps the glass happy and it allows me the ability to continue working on it. Because like right now, I'm kind of heating a specific area. So a large amount of heat is going into like just this side. So my opposite side is getting cold, which that like inconsistent heat could potentially cause the glass to do something we don't like, which we don't talk about when we're doing large demos, because geez. And I really like to like over anneal, like over fluffy flame is what I call it in class. Just because I want to be extra safe. So I'm just kind of moving around, doing my sheep texture, little puffs, all the way around. But then I'm gonna leave little spots for the head and for the feet. Now, do we have any questions? It's okay. Don't feel pressured. You can also chit chat with me later. If you're like more of like a one-on-one person, you're not like a crowd speaker. I get it. It's a lot to talk in front of a crowd. So, something kind of cool is while I'm doing this annealing flame, you can see this like black part that's building up on the piece. So what that is carbon, and that carbon deposit is happening because that part of the glass is cold. So I want to make sure that I'm really paying attention to that because I know that's where my uneven heat is. So I want to make sure, kind of take care of that spot. Can you still see? If I move out of focus, someone just like give me like a or like, you know. So it doesn't, good question. My students actually asked me that yesterday too. So when the glass is hot, that carbon will melt off. See, like when I come up to it, it just like immediately goes away. Did you see that? So it won't remain in the glass. And sometimes it's like kind of a bummer because it's like a really pretty like matte black. So I've definitely had people be like, oh, I wish I could keep it. But you could get a similar effect if you work with black glass and sandblast it. That's an interesting thought. Could be an idea. Yeah, like I could just, well, obviously not with my hands, but like, yeah, watch this, woo! This will turn into a whole different event. I could wipe it off with like a glove, or usually a glove, like that little glove there, like I'll use to wipe off like kiln dust or carbon if it's like in my way, because sometimes it'll get like in my viewpoint. Can you say that again? Inside the carbon? Like, would it get caught in the bubble? No, it won't, because it just stays on the surface. Yeah, exactly. It'll burn off as soon as like an oxygenated flame touches it. Did that answer your question? Okay. I also realize like it's kind of sounds weird with the mouthpiece in my mouth. Can you hear me while it's in my mouth? Okay. It's just like a little weird, right? Okay, so I'm gonna make sure to leave like ample room. I'm like almost all the way around. I'm gonna leave ample room for the feet. That's feet with an S. And I'll get like the butt area. So his head's gonna go here, his little feet are gonna go here, and that'll be his butt. I also want to be really careful to not put my tongue over the mouthpiece of this, because then it'll like cause pressure and it'll blow out these little bubbles that I'm trying to make. Great question. I do, when I'm finished with it, and like after I do this texture, I'm gonna put it in the kiln to like anneal overnight. Boro is like definitely more like durable when it comes to annealing. Like a lot of things I can just like kind of put on the bench and let sit there, but when I have a lot of work into something where I've like torched it a bunch or I've put a bunch of attachments on it, it's always something I want to anneal. And if I'm like selling anything or giving anything as a gift, I always want to make sure to anneal it. Because even like Boro, like even if it doesn't crack like right away, over time, if it's unannealed, it could crack at some point. Like I know people who have had pieces specifically with like opals that like have sat for years, and then all of a sudden one day they're just like, ah! Okay, so I had this out for a while. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. I'm gonna give it kind of like a second to like hang out in the kiln, just to make it all nice and evenly happy. Even though I have been working the annealing flame, I still want to give it some time to itself, you know? Okay, so can you see how cute it is so far? You don't have to answer that. So this is like a good foundation, these little bubbles, and then this spot right here, I'm gonna put the feet, and then this top part is where its head's gonna be. I'm gonna add a couple more bubbles after I add those elements. but I want to give myself enough like space. I could definitely am I stuck on anything? No. I could definitely like put some attachments, like solid attachments, like the feet and the head, on the bubbles. I could, but I kind of like to have a like uniform space that I'm putting attachments on, because the bubbles have thinned out a little bit. So I know that if I attach something onto it, it'll like kind of like collapse and not be as cute. So I just want to put my attachment on like a solid, like smooth area, and then I can like add little bubbles around it once it's on. So I'm going to use this color as my feet and head. It's Aqua Azul. It's from this company called Glass Alchemy. They were super nice to donate some glass to our class and to BAGI. So, woo! Yeah, there they are. I love a woo. Okay, so I pulled down a little like, oh, I can't see. Okay, so I pulled, I need you guys in the front. Can you see this? Okay, so I pulled down a little, like a thicker stringer, just like a skinnier part, so I can make really tiny feet, because they have to be tiny. Big body, little feet, little head. It's important, that's what the dream said. I have no choice in this matter. So I'm just gonna give that a minute. I do like to build, I'm just gonna turn this off for a second because conserving oxygen. It's only gonna be a minute. I do like to shape my like sculpted items on the piece. Just because like sometimes if I don't have the piece in front of me, I'll like shape something or sculpt something, and then I'll like bring the piece out and it's like doesn't vibe. So I like to just kind of like do it live on the piece. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Okay. What? Me? Oh, I'm having a great time. I feel like I'm like on a TV show. I mean, I'm on a TV. That's what it looks like. That's a great question. So I tend to pick colors that are what you see is what you get colors. There are a lot that, so they're called like striking or reducing colors. Same thing in the hot shop. They will change. There's like silver or gold in them, so there'll be variations as you work them. I kind of stay away from those because I like to know what it looks like. And I do have kind of a specific palette that I like to work in, where like I know these colors, I've used them for a long time, I like how they vibe together. So yeah, I pretty much know what it's gonna look like. Sometimes with the fades, like they can have like minor variations. So in actuality, I don't really know what that fade looks like. Like I know what it looks like, but not exactly. So that's kind of exciting. Where I'm like, we'll see how cute this sheep is. Probably gonna be pretty cute, but you never know. Yeah. Oh no, you guys are spoiled. You have every color, and especially you bullseye people, man, I am jealous of you. No, we have a pretty minimal, well, you know, with colors like companies like Glass Alchemy and North Star, like they've been like pretty revolutionary in expanding the borosilicate palette. Because at first, like, borosilicate was for scientific glass. Like, you just needed to do the job. It didn't need to look pretty. It just had to work. And it really wasn't until like relatively recently that like the demand for more colors became a need. And I think the pipe community was a pretty big proponent in that, in pushing that industry forward. So now we have like a pretty decent palette, and we can make our own colors. You know, like we can do that with layering, with mixing the colors. Like it doesn't quite work like paint, unfortunately. It's a lot of work to do it. There's a drill involved, who would have thought? But you do have the ability to like kind of customize and make your own colors. So that's pretty fun too. Which I've done a little bit of, but it's tricky. Okay, let's get the sheep out of here. Okay. It's probably been in there for how long? 3 minutes? 5 minutes? Okay, that's fine. 7? Well, that's great. Hey! Thanks for coming. Okay. Has it been 7 minutes? I really just talked for 7 minutes? Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with the feet. Feet. Okay, so I think I just talked about this, but when I put something in the kiln, like there's like that dust can be on it, and if I leave that on it, it will burn into the glass. Like that, 100%. Carbon, we don't worry about her. Kiln dust, we worry about her. Okay. One of the hardest things is putting 4 feet on something. Because I never want to be symmetrical. But it adds to the wagginess and the cuteness of our sheep. So as a knot sculptor, I kind of like don't always like follow the rules, and like my friend Sibel is always like all 4 feet need to touch the table. It's like a rule, you can't break it. Well, in my mind, I think that if one foot doesn't touch, it's just a fancy foot, you know? It's fancy. You just gotta like letting them know I'm fancy. So we'll try to make them touch, but if not, fancy. So I'm gonna just get that carbon off there. I'm gonna do just like a tiny little flame. All right, so to help with my 4 feet, I like to do a little guide marks, like one little dot. See how lined up they are? Oh my gosh. So cute. Oops. Sorry. Like, they're gonna be bigger than this. You're like, wow, that's a little baby feet. He's so little. How does he stand? It's glass. Come on. But yeah, these are just my guides where I can like, it's like I'm not like fully committing, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, I can like look and like kind of knock it off. Like that one. Knock it off. Get out of here. It's fine. I feel like those feet. Oh, so funny. I feel like those are in pretty good alignment. So I'm just gonna go for it. And we'll see how fancy this guy really is. Uh-oh, what am I doing? Okay, that's fine. Thank you. What am I doing? All right, so now I'm gonna go in for the full foot. So I'm gonna heat up a little bit more of this. Okay, wait, there's a better order of operations for this. So if you start, so when I'm putting these on, if I put this one down, this bottom one down first, when I put this one down, I can see it. But if I do the opposite, then I can't really see where the other one is. My like view is blocked. So I try to like minimize my blind spots as much as possible. So I'm gonna heat up the area that I'm sticking to. Give a little tug, kind of help with that seal. And I'm gonna leave them a little bit longer than what I want them to be. I'm gonna just gather that up a little bit. And I'm kind of switching my angle to like evenly get that foot distributed. Yep, distributed on there. And I'm also like working in that seal a little bit. Oh, that'd help. Because I want, with Boro, you can't have any like harsh angles, like any acute angles. So I need that joint to be very smooth. So I'm just gonna come in with my hand torch. It just gives me the ability to like not be in a fixed line and just make sure that that's nice and sealed in. So in Boro, we use something called bridging that like keeps your piece stable so that you can really work in these seals. Because this is so little, I'm not gonna bridge it. Like I can navigate this thing flopping around a little bit. So I don't feel the need to bridge it. But I am gonna hit it at some weird angles, just to make sure it is nice and sealed in there. That looks great. Actually, I kind of like that size. And then, so now I have this like kind of like jumbled moment on the end of my rod. I'm just gonna tear that off. I don't really want to start with that. I want to start with like a clean section. Okay. Too big. This Aqua Azul, it's from Glass Alchemy. It's one of my favorites. I use it very much. So I'm gonna gather it up again. And I'm kind of like looking at the amount that I laid down last time, and I'm like trying to like match that a little bit. A little tub. Oh, that foot might be fancy. That was better. Like, I try to avoid, I always do that, where I make the first one, like, really small, and I'm like, that's good, and then I do the second one, and I'm like, oh. I can always add more if I want to, though. But I really just, like, at this point, like, I want to get them all on, all the feet, and then I'm gonna, like, look at them and, like, shape them up and kind of, like, make them match and vibe together. Because, you know, you'll like have a plan and then like the glass just decides that your plan is this plan now. And I like to just kind of go with it. Remember, you can sing along. Is there any Cindy Lauper fans on there? There she is. My favorite 90s movie? Oh my gosh. Great question. I feel like when it comes to movies, I kind of lean more towards the 80s. And my favorite movie is Lost Boys. Yeah. That's a good movie. You used to drink to it? Hell yeah. What was your drinking game for Lost Boys? Michael. Yeah. Oh, that Michael's like, you could just do Michael in that movie. I guess for 90s, I really liked Teen Witch. You can, like, I like a certain genre. I like witches and vampires. What? I actually started in the hot shop in 2010. But I didn't start flameworking until, like, actually knowing how to flame work until 2013. I did a lot of kiln working and mold making too. I've kind of like dabbled in like every glass process. I just like, this material is so fascinating to me. Like I said, we had like a group of students come in earlier today from a local high school, right? Oh, it was I'm 35. Everybody younger than me is from high school. But I was talking to them about it, and I truly believe that there is a glass process for everyone. I really do, like in my heart. Like, you're afraid of fire, kiln. You are kind of like you want to work like methodically and take your time, kiln. You like the like action, adventure, like you want to sweat, you got some muscle, hot shop. You still have muscle, but need a little bit more time and definitely have ADD, flame. I'm sorry, we all have it. Be proud. It's a strength. Cold workers, I know y'all are crazy. I'm just kidding, I love cold working too. That's just what everybody says, right? Alright, so we got leg number 3. Right now, it's looking a little kooky, which means we're right on schedule. Because if it didn't, what am I doing? What else we got glass process-wise? I know we got stained glass, we got mosaics. Who am I missing? Did I get them all? Neon! Oh my gosh, how could I forget? You want to light it up? Neon. You know, I've always wanted to learn neon. I've dabbled a little bit, made a squiggle, of course. It's just so cool, and I love that it's like really coming back. You know, I guess it never really went anywhere, but it definitely had like a time where there wasn't as much interest in it. But it's like I see this like renaissance, this like revitalization of it, and it's just amazing. All right, I'm gonna put this 4th foot on, and then I'm gonna put this in the kiln and we're all gonna have a dance break. Everyone is getting up and dancing. I will pull you up. I'm just kidding, I won't do that, but we are having a dance break. How am I doing time-wise? Anyone? Oh wow, nice. This actually might be timed pretty right. No, should I? You guys don't really think that, do you? Thank you so much. What was that? I mean, thank you. That's like a very like high compliment. I feel like I would get too scared. I think the reason that I'm able to like talk is because I'm not looking at any of you and I have a project. You know? Like I have a project right now, so I'm not like, I am looking at you, but I'm busy. But if I was just staring at you, I don't know if I could really say anything. Oh, that's my bit, is I like have to blow glass while I'm doing stand-up. I think there is a market for that. Boom! My debut at BAGI. Wow, I can't wait to tell my mom that. She doesn't think I'm that funny. All right, 4th foot. Okay, it looks crazy right now. Look how uneven all of the feet are. Am I tempted to leave it like this? Yes. Will I? No. Because in the dream, their feet were even. Ding, 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 ding. Pretty stinking cute. It looks crazy. You do like a straight on. You see it? That's the best part. Okay, get up. You're gonna make me dance by myself? Just a second. If you don't want to stand, you don't have to. There it is. Beep, beep. Love it. Woo! Yeah, BAGI. Yes! Dance, dance, dance. Yeah! That's what I like to see. Woo! All right, thank you guys so much for humoring me on that one. I was scared for a minute that nobody was going to stand up, so thank you guys. I was like, I will dance by myself. No, we're only on day 3. You know, it's like a slow burn thing. But I made them woo a lot. But they were very receptive. My first woo ask was good. And I was like, okay. And I think I did it like almost immediately. I was like, hi, I'm Nicole. Can I get a woo? Woo! There it is. Okay, I knew I liked you guys. Right? Yeah, we woo. We woo. We're wooers. I woo. I'm a little woo-woo. But you know, we woo. Alright, so I'm gonna do the head pretty soon. Oh, I'm gonna fix the feet first, but I'm gonna just like pull this rod a little bit more. Oh, and I'm gonna do, hey James, would you mind giving me a rod rest? Thank you. So I'm gonna pull this down just a little bit, again, for the head, but not as much because I want the head to be a little bit bigger. But I still don't want to deal with the factory size. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Right by the baby. Oh, how dare. A little tumble. I think my favorite, since you asked, I think my favorite music group of the 80s is the Mary Jane Girls. Like, come on. Like, yeah, okay. Be right over. Okay. I'm kind of like, I want to give them a second to just like be in there. So now I'm like thinking ahead of my steps, like what am I gonna do later? Like what can I do now? Like while he's hanging out in there that I'll be happy I did later. So when I finish the sculpting of the feet and the head, I'm gonna switch where the handle is so I can sculpt the booty. And I'm gonna prep my my blow hose for that, just so I don't really have to worry about it later. Sometimes we plan ahead. I'm like trying to, should I mute myself? Gotta sing it out. So do I have a lot of Flameworkers in the house? Yeah? Woo! Yeah, that's what I want. That's, you guys know me now. How about hot shot people? Woo! Okay. Where my kiln people at? Okay, girl. You're standing on a strong foundation. You got this. Stained glass? Okay. Oh, you do it all, huh? Well, okay. Hot shop is intense. Like, I look up to you guys. I'm like, wow, how do you do that for so long? So intense. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna shape up his feet, and then I'm just gonna go ahead with the head. Sculpt up his head. Oh, I was just looking for my phone for a reference of what a sheep looks like. I got a sheep, John. Okay. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna add just a little bit of glass to this first one that I laid down. Just because I kind of like the shape, the like size of the other ones better. So I'm just gonna add a little bit, and then I'm gonna tweak them. And then we'll just pray that he stands. / we'll adjust it if he doesn't. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna start like taking off just like a little bit from that one I just put more on, just to kind of start matching it up. I'm just gonna start tweaking it a little bit. Like, cause visually I can see like where we're off, but the real test is like putting it on the paddle. Huh? Right now we're pretty fancy. We're like, I don't know what the next step of fancy, we're luxurious right now. And I'm kind of like checking out like multiple angles, like moving it around. Like You gotta look at it on multiple planes to really see it. Cause like one side could be like perfect, lined up, and then you turn it and it's like, this. Right now. It changes. I mean, I love making squiggles. Like whenever I'm having like a, I just don't want a day, it's either a sheep or a squiggle. I also like really do enjoy working on the lathe. It's kind of nice because it like takes a little bit of pressure like off of my arms and like weight, and I can kind of just like watch it. Some like if I'm like in it, but I can step back from it while it's still happening, and I kind of like that. This is definitely the fancy floor right now. Saved by the Bell. I was watching reruns and I was like, man, I love squiggles. I wonder if I can make one on the torch. And it was like the height of like glass straws, where like everyone was like really into glass straws and like not killing turtles, you know? So I was like, oh, like a cute straw design could be a squiggle. Lo and behold, it was cute. And people loved it. All right, we're almost ready to test these feet. I'm like I haven't really tested them yet because I know how far off they are, or were. All right. Oh, she's fancy. Yeah, look how fancy that is. All right, we got a little bit of adjusting to do. Slater. He was just like the most grounded one, you know? Like, everybody else was making wild decisions. Yeah. Like, everybody else, like, I'm sorry, but Zach is a bad friend. He consistently put his friends in peril without considering them, and they, like, forgave him every single time. And I just don't think that that's a good way to treat your friends. I also really liked Kelly. Like, she was a bit naive, but she had really good style. Lisa, though, had the best style. Like, man, that girl, she looked so good in everything that they were doing. Even if, like, there was, like, an episode where they were, like, I think, like, working at, like, it was an episode that, like, animals were, like, gotten an oil spill or something, and, like, she had, like, oil spill all over her. She still looked phenomenal. Do you want the real answer? I'm just kidding. He's fine. I think he was quirky. I liked his energy, but also, like, I feel like he never really got to shine because Zach was always just, like, taking advantage. All right, I'm still adjusting these feet. 45 minutes later. I promise, we're close. Okay, so I'm doing this with the rod right now, and you're like, oh my God, the rod's gonna stick to the glass. It's not, because it's cold. This is hot, this is cold, but it's softer than metal touching it, and I know it's not gonna stick, so I kind of like to like adjust it with that. But I can only do it so many times because then it does get hot. Like, what do I see myself making? Or just, yeah. So, I think for me, the most important thing and the thing that kind of like really like lights my fire is like being in community and teaching. I love sharing this knowledge. And when I was in school, like I was super fortunate to have found glass, and it like truly changed it. I said this in my talk, but it really changed the trajectory of my life and gave me the ability to be creative and express creativity. And the only thing that I care about doing in my future is opening that door for other people. Is like showing people that is a possibility of going the creative path, whether it's glass or painting or fibers or whatever, that like creative expression is important, and it is a way. There is a way for everybody to do it. You just need that community and a place to do it in. And I just want to be more a part of that. And that's my main goal, is like teaching more. Yeah. I'd say that's it. It's just being in spaces like this. Like talking about glass, showing other people that you can make it work. All right, we're getting pretty close. That foot is definitely fancy, but I think if I just judge a little bit, we'll be on to the head. So Tyler School of Art is in Philadelphia, PA. I am originally from a pretty rural town in Pennsylvania. I grew up with a cornfield behind my house, just rooting in the dirt. What? Do you know, like, Allentown? Yeah. What? Yeah, yes. Yeah, it's the same place Erin's from. We grew up, like, I think she's like a couple towns over from me, but same vibes. Country girl. All right. Come on, fancy foot. That's okay. And then I'm just gonna keep checking. All right, I'm gonna have to add just a little bit of glass to this one. This is like the slippery slope of 4 feet. It's like, oh, I just add a tiny bit of glass to this one, and now this one's fancy, you know? Almost. It's a whisper. It's a whisper away. Okay. One more whisper. Okay. Oop, I lost it. Okay. All right, just a smidge, folks. I'm gonna just tug it a little bit. There we are. Okay. Oh, I see I brought the woo out of you. All right, we're gonna put them in here for a second because we were out for a bit. How's everybody feeling? Good. Does anybody own a sheep? Sheep? No? Okay. Your family's got some? Oh, I know that. We talked about that today. You own? You said you got them easier? Yeah. I love that you did that. The amount, and I found it right before my first day, and it was like this like little sheep sign, and I was like, it's gonna be good. I always get nervous, you know, like I'm like, I just want to do a good job, and I just want everybody to be happy. But then I saw this little sheep, and I was like, it's all gonna be good. It's all gonna be okay. And it's been great, so thank you for leaving that sheep there. What was that? Yeah. I'm definitely a treasure hunter. Not like jewels and stuff, but trinkets for sure. I also... What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely should. I also... This reminded me of Sarah's talk about the Alabrique sculptures downtown. Oh, I definitely want to see those before I leave. I love them. I have one that I keep in my car that I got in Mexico City. It took me a solid like hour and a half to pick it out. The lady that was like working at the stall was just like, I'm like looking at them all. Oh no, they're not here. Oh, all right. I'll see them one day. They'll find me, and I will. Oh, cool. Okay. Are you gonna do it again? Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to sign up for the email list. Are all of you guys on the BAGI email list? All of you? Yeah. How's James doing? If you're not, you can secretly sign up right now. Okay. Oh, this is a good song too. This is also another one of my karaoke songs. All right, I'm gonna put this guy on. Let's give this guy a face. Okay. So this is a little tricky because of the angle I've got to like hit. But I'm going to put my blow hose on just in case. I'm going to Huh? What am I doing right now? I'm gonna put the head on. Cause the feet, you wanna know the funniest part about me obsessively working on that feet? I'm gonna put a handle in the middle of the feet and they'll probably move. But it's okay. All right, big head, little head. What kind of head will you have? I'm gonna gather up this glass a little bit. I know I pulled it down for this reason, but I kind of think proportionately to the legs, since proportion is the most important part about this piece. I just want his head a little bit bigger. And then I just like heat up. And I put the feet on first because they're a little harder to line up. The head I can like place, it's just one thing. Just a little bit more. Okay. Ah, there's a bug in here. Okay. Man, James, you really commit, don't you? Look at you. You're good in the angles, man. You're doing a really great job. Can we all just give James a woo here? Woo! Yeah, James. I really gotta pull my pants up. I'm slack. How's my posture? My mom's gonna see these pictures and she's gonna get mad if my posture is bad. It's bad. Okay, cool. Just as long as you. Okay, so it looks a little crazy right now, but I needed to add a little bit more for the snoot. You know, you see how his snoot's a little. Do you see him? Do you see him? You guys are fun. This is so fun. I will. I live in Denver, Colorado, but I'm moving out of my, I feel like I've said this so many times. I'm moving out of my house in May, and then I will be at Corning. Me and Sibel and our friend Adrian are doing the Flame collab at Corning this year. We're making a chandelier. I'm allowed to tell you this. I cleared it. I'm allowed to talk about it. And it's going to be right before gas. So if any of you are planning on going to gas this year, woo! Maybe come a little bit early so you can see me and my friends make a crazy chandelier. But part of my story that I started with is after that I'll be at Pilchuck, and then come October I don't know where I'll be, and I'm leaving it open to the universe to guide me in the right direction, and we'll see. So for the next 3 months, home base is Denver. After that, TBD. Yes. Okay, so I got this nub. All right, now we're gonna like snoot it up. You know, you gotta make that icon. Is it like, it's funny because I have no idea what this looks like on the screen right now, but is it like taking up the whole screen? Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see him. There he is. Tell me that's not him. All right, what way is he looking? Oh, okay, I love when this happens. When his head goes like this. He's very pensive. Just the right amount of pensive. All right, so now I'm just gonna go in and make sure, like I like his shape, but I just wanna make sure that he's sealed in there good. I'm really just looking at that edge. Can you see? I haven't heard any yet, so I'm assuming that I'm in the right frame. Okay, great. Have I been this whole time, or are you guys not telling me? Mostly, okay. Thank you, honey. All right, we're doing good. Sheep. Sheep line. All right. And again, like, I don't need to bridge this. Like, it's such a small little hump that I'm okay. I feel fine. I feel secure. Okay. Okay, so we got a good sheep face, or head. So now we gotta make his face. This technique I learned from Chevelle. A little eyeball. So I'm gonna use my tweezers and I'm gonna just, and it makes symmetrical eyes. Cause that's the hardest thing. You know, we can have a fancy foot. Those eyes might be hard to make it. Oh, okay. Do you see him? Do you see him now? The knowing where that thing is pretty crazy. All right, we're gonna make sure his head is not, he's not a dinosaur, he's a sheep. Yeah? Wow, pretty good. Maybe I'll, okay. We love him so far. Let's get his little schnoz in. Yep. You know, sheep has this beautiful little V nose. So cute. My flame is too big. My roller skating. So, like, do you guys like roller skating? No? So what's the closest roller skating rink? Oh, hell yeah. Well, I mean, What did I say earlier? It would have been a different kind of event for. Same. Trying to not get that ambulance bill, you know? I'm like okay at roller skating. Like I can do it. I can successfully skate backwards. But that's all I got. My favorite tool. I really like my tungsten tweezers. I think that they're, I think that they're like probably my most like utilized tool. It needs more of a V. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so I didn't like fluffy flame this for a while, so I'm not going to now because that could upset the sheet. While we have him in there, I feel like the best thing I can do is show you guys a squiggle, right? Yeah, okay. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. Can you all come home with me? No, it's not. It's like 60 degrees. It's like the same temperature. It's like really bad. Like the environment is, Mother Nature is crying, but it's really sunny and warm in Colorado. I want to do a hollow one. Can somebody get me a tube? Dealer's choice. No, you don't want to do that? You don't have to do it. Just give me a 12 mil tube. He didn't like that. That's fine. We honor James. We don't scare him. Actually, that's a really good point. I mean, I can. The biggest tube I've squiggled by hand is 50 millimeters. Wow. It was intense. And I was like, oh, you can do that. Yeah, do we want color or do we want clear? I don't know where that came from. Who is that? Who said that? Not me. Oh, okay. Great. Can you also get me the jaws? Thank you. A claw grabber? The chompies. So I don't call like anything by its real name. And so if I do call something by its real name, like my students are just confused because they've never heard me actually use the technical term. Perfect, thank you so much. Thank you. So this tube is pretty big, and I would have kind of a hard time working this at this length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut it in half. This tool is called the jaws, better known as chompers, for obvious reasons. They chomp. So I'm going to do like a score in the tube. Put a little bit of water on it. Here goes my hand torch. I have a forever battle with this thing. It like flops all over the place. One day I'll get a stand for it. So I'm going to use this really sharp needle flame. And I'm looking for this, like, you'll see it pretty good in that, but this like orange guideline. See it? And I'm just gonna run that along the tube. Pop it up. Yeah, that was good. Okay. So I just cut that. So it's gonna have like it's gonna be a little stressed out. So I wanna come in with my flame. My annealing flame, sorry. Obviously I'm going in with the flame. For flame working. Kind of warm it in, just so those cracks don't want to like run and shoot and pop. Give it a nice environment. Oh, can somebody grab me the medium-sized red plug? The red plug for the, oh, I think James is. So, this week, our class has been about the fundamentals of working with hollow glass. And I had what I'm about to do, oh, perfect. What I'm about to do is what I started the class on, which is straight seal. Ambitious. It's a hard, tricky seal, but it is what a lot of, I mean, pretty much everything that you work on is made with. It's how you hold the glass. And so you're gonna see that live. And my students did so good. It's a challenge and it's difficult to do, but they like really stuck in there, and those straight seals look great. And I'm really proud of you guys. I know I told you that in class, but I want everybody here to know. Woo! How proud of you I am. So, to open a hole in a tube, I do this method that I call a kiss. A kiss. It's a kiss. So I heat up the end of this, and then I pull it nice and thin. And then I do that a couple of times to really thin out the tip of the glass. And then when it's kind of like, yeah, kind of like really thin and a little wrinkly, that's the indicator that you're ready to kiss. So I'll come in with this puck and then that opens hole. I'm gonna just put a little bit of air in there, puff it out, make sure that inner wall weight is nice and even. Low puff. Great. Okay. A little bit of a setup, but let's get to squiggling. Okay, so I'm basically going, like, I'm gonna let this set up for a second. So when I try to move it, it's not, my handle isn't moving like crazy, so give it a little moment. I'm gonna get a slightly bigger flame because this diameter tubing, I'm gonna have to heat up more of it than I would with a smaller diameter tubing to get it to move in the length that I want it to, or the distance that I want it to go. Oops. Woo. Okay. So I'm going to heat up about roughly the amount that I want to see, like, have the length of my squiggle be. Put a good heat base on this. Let gravity kind of take it. I don't for this bend. I don't. For like a more drastic, like new bend, I would. I just find that blowing into it, it just like, it can blow out a little uneven. Like if I have the right heat base on it, then I don't need to. So then I'm gonna heat up like kind of right next to that last bend. And I'm kind of like, so it's not on center anymore, but I'm like leading with my left hand, my drive hand, and I'm kind of just like slowly following, like vibing with my right. And I just match it. I'm like really letting gravity just take it. Checking all the angles, making sure it's even. Giving it time to set up. It's heat based, baby. It just like, it really, you can do a lot. It's like heat base and waiting. Like you notice that I don't force it. I'm kind of letting gravity take it. The heat base and like gravity, it glides down. I think a lot of the time in the beginning of my glass career, I really thought you had to force it, you know? Like you had to shove the glass into place. But it's really not, like, the more I learn it and understand it, you're like working with it. Like, if you force it, it's not gonna like that. It's not gonna do what you want it to do. But if you just let it fall, like I'm not pulling it down, you know? Like I'm just letting it fall. Letting it go into its place. My Mary Jane girls again. I'll do one. This would be fun to put neon in. Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's just such a good shape. Like, wow. Then I'll just kind of rip off the rest of this tube. Okay. I'll just kind of tear off this excess. And then I'll just do like a little puff. Just so I can see it, I'll plug it into my blow hose. Such like a weird thing, like you guys are here and I'm like, I don't know. Okay, let's get back to business. That was fun. Okay. He's pretty cute. Aww. Do you see him? I like really can't see the TV screen, so. All right, I'm gonna put these ears on, puff out the shoulders, get the butt shaped up, we're done. Oh my God, this whole time I should have pulled out a stringer. I did not. It's okay, can right now. The stringer is pretty important for the ears. Like, we want the ears to be big, naturally, but we're gonna go a little, like, off model. The ears are gonna be big. Oh, I love this song. A what? I didn't, but I also wasn't focusing on smell. But I can test it. Well, now I'm going to. I can't like evacuate it. A fish food smell? Okay, audience. Do you guys smell fish food? Specifically fish food. No, I haven't smelled it. Sheep on. All right. I know. You're gonna get kicked out of my comedy show. I'm just kidding. You're not. I appreciate you. Keep heckling me. I don't think you're heckling me. But keep talking to me. What else do you want to talk about? Oh my god. Hold on, let me put these ears on and then we'll get into it. Sheep, it's all sheep. The chandelier of sheep. It's not. What? A sheep delier? Yes. Hey Sibel, hey Adrian, I have an idea. We should probably switch it up and I'll make sheep. I think that would go over really well in the group chat. Hey, I need one more thing. Can I get the tiny mashers that are on my bench? Thank you. All right, so we got ear one, looking good. Nope, I'm not gonna do that live. Oh, I love those. Those are better than mine. Good job, Jamie. Fantastic. Oh, were they? I've had those the whole time. Sick. They're not mine. They're baggies. Or someone's, but they're not mine. But I like them. That ear's a little high, actually. It's okay. Alright, so I'm going to smush them a little bit, make them flat. You know, I experimented with flattening them first and then putting them on, but I just ended up melting them out anyway, so this is where we're at. Great. Okay, so instead of using a tweezer to pull this out, I'm gonna actually use a rod of glass. And I'm gonna sink heat into that one ear. Pull. Okay, I've switched that location a little bit. And I'm just putting like a little bit of heat onto this. Onto the rod, so it like sticks just enough, but it doesn't like fully fuse. So I can like grab it for just the right amount of time. Oh my gosh. As I live and breathe. my god. I think it's perfect. What's that? I'll have to put it, I mean, you guys can come up and look at it. I think like, yeah. Oh my god, his head is so tilted. He's perfect. Great. Okay, so he's basically the sculpting of him is done. So if you want to come look at him now, like up close, I'm gonna just fluff him real quick. And pretty much at this point, I'm just gonna switch his handle and then fix the butt, and then we should be all set here. Let me just get some of that carbon off. Okay. Come look at him. Look at him, inquisitive. He said, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you up to? Hi. Where's your sheep? Sheep. Little baby. Tiny baby. Little man. He's just a little Berber. I'm just a baby. You're so perfect. All right. Yeah. Amazing. Woo. So cute. All right. I know. I love him. And you guys, like, so I am going to give this piece to BAGI, so you'll be able to visit him here. Yeah. I love him. It only makes sense. Okay, I have a rule about this. We don't name anything until it's off the handle. Inside thoughts for now. Inside names. We can name him. Maybe we'll, when he is finished, we'll put a poll on BAGI's story on Insta, and we'll pick 3 names, and then you can choose. Okay. Woo! Yeah. We can also put the poll, oh, here we go. We'll put the poll in an email. So sign up for BAGI's email list. Find it on the newsletter. That's how we really get them. Yeah, I'm like really close. I just want to give him a minute to be in there, but it's like very close. But like at this point, like if you guys are tired of me, which totally understand, you can head out, but I will finish him live if you want to stick around too. I have no idea what time it is. Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay, I was like, it's midnight. I've been here for ages. It's the next day. I have actually been here for a while, but I feel great. I had a midday coffee today. I don't know what are you talking about. I had a midday coffee today. It was lavender. It was a lavender latte with lavender cold foam. It was phenomenal. I like lavender. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Yay! Thank you so much. I'm not done yet, but you can leave if you want. Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, even if you walked home, I would understand. It's late. I'm usually in bed by 9 p.m., so we're raging. It's good shape. Good night. Okay. All right, we gotta hydrate. This is seltzer water. It is bubble water. Okay. All right, let's get this baby done. Oh, don't forget, wipe them off. Okay, so I'm gonna pop a little hole right in between his feet. Okay, so I need to like finish the second half, his butt. So I want to get this handle off, but because I want to put the sheep texture in it still, I still need air. Otherwise, it just like wouldn't look as finished, you know? So I'm putting the hole in the middle of his legs because when he's sitting, you won't really see that. So he's a hollow object. So he needs to have some sort of hole somewhere in him. Otherwise, he'll combust. Or just, there will be a like built up pressure in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seal this handle to it, and then to help myself from having to work off access, I'm gonna bend this tube around so he's straight. Isn't that like the most beautiful sound you've ever heard? Can you hear it? All right. I am gonna do a full fuse hot seal on this. Would it be easier for me to just do basically like a punny cold seal? Yeah, it would. But I don't want to lose him. And I think that hot seals or cold seals, there's an inherent risk with them. Basically, like, for my hot shot people, cold seal is like a punny, you know, where you want it to come off later. And although I do, there's still that risk. So I'm gonna just do a hot seal on him. I did, I gave him a good stick. And then we'll address that problem later. I might put a hole somewhere else. All right, so I'm bending. I got my first bend. And now I'm gonna work on my second bend. I'm doing kind of like a fluffy heat because I only wanna move the glass like really subtly. I don't want it to kink on me. Why am I bending it? So I can hold it like this when I'm taking the butt off instead of like, you know, I'm saving myself. I'm being nice to future me. I say that all the time in class. I'm looking past me, or present me is looking out for future me. And that's what I did. What was that? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take this off. Like, it's not perfectly straight, you know? Like, it's not, like, you can see it's not in perfect alignment, but it doesn't need to be. It's kind of enough, you know? And I'm really like, I'm kind of taking my time on this because, so the clear is really soft compared to color, and I don't want to just like pull it off. I want that color to like gather up a little bit. And then I'm going to remove the excess clear on him. Well, I actually don't. It's hotter. So if, what's hot shot glass, like 22, 21? Okay. Okay, so yeah, about that. All right. I'm gonna pull a little bit more off. There's like this, I don't like that. I don't like that discoloration, I don't like it at all. I'm also like kind of like trying to like thicken up the back area. So when I like rip something off of something, it's gonna like inherently thin it out. But I want it to be pretty even with the rest of the piece. So I'm taking a little bit from the rest of it and like angling it down. A little shape, like a little puff for body. What? Wow, what a guy. What a guy. I mean, do we have any? Nope. We're gonna wait till it's in the kiln. I don't usually, but I can. I loved that. So yeah, okay. All right, okay. Or clear. Okay, let me be real with you guys real quick. No, I'm not doing that. You can only control me so much. All right, I'll put an aqua tail. No, I don't like it. I'm putting a clear tail on, and here's why. I just think it's gonna look like a pool. But if I put a clear tail on, then it's like, it can't look like a poop. I'm looking out for future him. Because everyone's gonna be like, he's really cute with that poop. We can't have people talk about him like that. He is gonna be a fade, and he'll be like it's yellow to purple. It still looks like a poop. We're gonna melt it in. It looks like a poop. Why did I listen to you? I'm just kidding, it looks fine. I'll have to melt it in and then maybe it won't look like a poop. I don't even know if it's on center. All right, guys, be honest. Does it look like a poop? Great. That's all I needed. I'm convinced. Could you see it? Give it a little. I don't know if I'm going to keep that design, but this one is BAGI special. Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to put a couple dots or sheep textures. Go away from it. So I kind of let, like, I'm doing the bumps kind of far away from where I just heated it up so it doesn't, like, blow out weird. Like, I'm starting with that and then I'll go back in. Because glass has this memory, and when you heat it up right next to what was just hot, it's gonna, like, soak up into that spot too. So I'm just kind of going around its tail. Not poop. Just making sure that that texture is consistent. Alright, we'll give him one more look once over. One more look over. I think we're pretty good. Check his profile. He looks pretty lumpy. Oh, got one spot right there. Alright. Okay, there he is. I'm just gonna take him. Oh, I like that tail. I changed my mind. I like it. I don't regret it. Okay. No. It's in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, so there he is. I'm basically, oh my god, he's so inquisitive. I am gonna take him off the handle and then he'll be done. I have to, okay, here's another crowd resource. So I have to put a hole somewhere. Oh, the tummy. I don't want to do a bottle. I don't want to do it. He's already got a tail. All right, I'll do it. It's just a little trickier, but I mean, we're here, we're family, it's all friends. I just want to give him a minute in there, and then I promise I'll be done. Not too far over though, right? I mean, a lot of you are still here, so we're doing okay. I really had no idea. This is probably the first time I've been mic'd up for a demo. Yeah. I've never been mic'd up before. And it's like, just talk. I'm like, okay. This is what I got. Yeah, no, I've never been. I mean, like a class, they hear everything I say, but like, no, I've never been mic'd up before. Did I do okay? Great. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't answer that question. Yes. So it needs to have like some sort of escape. Otherwise, it's just this highly pressurized little bomb. So the tricky, I will, like that's what I am going to do. But the thing is like I don't have another out right now. So I'll have to, which I can do it, it's just a little tricky to like pull it off and pop it nice. You know how we've been doing the cups, like the flame cut? It's really hard to do that on such a tiny diameter. And I can't do the kiss because there's no other opening. It'll like either implode or explode. That's definitely the opposite of implode. I was like, what could that be? Yeah, so it'll be a little bit tricky, but I will, like, as I'm pulling out, I'll blow and I'll pop a hole, and then I'll come in. I might need a smaller rod, and I'll just come in and I'll clean it up, and that's what I'll do. And that's what's gonna happen. James, can you get me one more thing? Do you have like a skinny, like maybe let's say 3 or 4 mil? I would like 3, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, James. Let's give a round for James. Thank you so much for helping us out so much. Well, I guess let's wait till he gets back. He's like deep in the closet. And we're like, oh, he didn't know. We're close, friends. Real close. Oh, did I not answer? I didn't answer that. Okay, so we're doing, okay, be quiet and don't tell, no, you can keep talking, but like don't tell anybody about this because I don't think we've really released that yet. But we're doing kind of like a mashup of the work that we all make like individually, but it's gonna be like narrative and have kind of like a fantasy realm mixed with like bright colors, and we're gonna mirrorize some stuff too. Like kind of like the shapes that I like to make and like the sculptures that Sabelle makes. And then Adrian is a really talented carver, like engraver. She makes beautiful engraving work and also is a metal fabricator. So she's gonna create the like structure of it, but it's gonna be like heavily narrative with a lot of color and shapes and cool stuff. And like slightly delusional too. Yeah. Big. Real big. That's pretty much all we got so far. Real big. Yeah, we still have to like narrow down like all of the details of it. But it'll be, I'm really excited for it. It'll be really fun. Yeah. I actually don't. I actually never took a drawing class. Like I've always, glass was my first medium. I really explored much before I was exposed to glass. When I was in school, I did like double major as like a glass and marketing, but I actually never got accepted into the art school, which was kind of like for a lot of people, and I totally understand that, but I never went through foundations. The glass community just, especially at Tyler and like Jess Julius, who if any of you know her, is like a big mentor and a reason that I was able to continue in the glass department, but they just let me take all the glass classes and you know, I opened the studio, I had a work study, like I did everything I could to be in there, and I never really learned how to draw, so I don't use that method. My sketches are either in clear or when I am feeling bold, I just full send it and see what happens. Yeah, but recently, like I've been thinking about that as like being a little bit of a hindrance, because I have these ideas that I want to especially in collaboration, I want to communicate, but I have a hard time communicating. So I really do want to take like a drawing class and make that part of my process. But as of right now, I don't. All right, here it goes. Pray for him. He doesn't need it, it's fine. All right. Don't forget to wipe them off. Okay? I know he just came from the kiln and this is excessive, but I'm still gonna do it. So these are just regular grilled tongs that I put Kevlar tape on. I love them. I'm gonna get a tiny. All right, let's see. All right, so I got a little hole in there, and then we're gonna just rip it away. Oh my God, I surprised myself. That was. I think I've done this before. I think that's where I get my woo from, you guys. Yeah, it says woo, woo, woo. Right back at you. I can't believe I even doubted myself. All right, and then I'm gonna like kind of push it in a little bit here. All right, now I'm getting inside. Do we even want to check the fancy foot? Oh, Vicky's fancy. All right, that's it. We did it. Oh, I'm on to something. I know, I always do that. I mean, you gotta end the show with a bang, right? Okay, now we're done. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you had a good time. Join the email list and you will find out what we named him. I think you're all, everybody's off. Post on Instagram, what'd you say? Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. Bernard? Ooh. Wait, what? What?
Bernard, like Nicole Berger.
Oh, Bernard. Actually, if
Do a poll or just want to say?
no, we should do a poll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let her pick though.
You know, when I'm gonna turn the mic off now. I think we've had enough of my side stories. Thanks again so much, guys. I really appreciate you coming out.